From the Bakersfield Californian, this is the Renegade Report.
Here's the host with the most, Francis Mayer.
Good morning, sports fans. This is the Renegade Report, and I'm Francis Mayer, Sports Information Director for the finest athletic department in the known universe. That's right, BC Athletics. And now this morning, well, our spirits are a little bit low. Our women's basketball team went to Irvine Valley last night, and we'll tell you what happened there a little bit later in the show. But first, let's just talk about something beautiful. Everybody loves cheer when it's done right. And now we have a new cheer coach at Bakersfield College. Hello, Heather.
Hello, Francis.
How are you?
I'm good. What about yourself?
Awesome.
Good.
And you're smiling away.
I am.
That's part of the deal. And you used to cheer at Bakersfield College.
Yes, I did, from 2008 to 2010.
Right. And now you're coming back, but you're not going to cheer. You're going to
coach.
How do you feel about that?
I'm so excited. I'm super excited to be a part of just BC Athletics and just BC as a whole. It's an amazing school, an amazing program, and I can't wait to be not only just there in the program, but be an alumni in the program.
Yeah, no, you're giving back now. And someone else is coming back. Who is going to be working with you coaching the cheer team?
Can I get like a little drum roll for that? Miss Becky Whitson.
Yes, legend.
Very excited.
She's been around for a long time. She's been around the team for a while. She had to take a break to get some things squared away, but now she's back to take the reins, and she's brought you with her, and we're pretty excited about it. How hard is it? Now, I know our women's basketball team, their season is like 28 weeks long. Give our viewers a little bit of an idea of how much work goes into being a cheerleader.
It's going to run May to May, basically. We work over this May to May. It's an entire year-long program, and we have to work over the summer to do summer practices, and the girls have a minimum of 75 cheers to learn for the games, as well as different dances for the game. Stunning, super dangerous stunning, by the way. Super excited for that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, we haven't. Well, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of that in the last year out of the BC Cheer program. What is a stunt?
A stunt is a formation of a few different people underneath a flyer. A flyer is a top person that's going in the air, and you've got bases and you've got a back spot. So that is the premise of a stunt.
And how far in the air does the flyer go?
It just depends. You can go to an extended level, which is all the way up with your arms above your head completely, or you can stay at an elevator level, which is right here towards your face. But when we do things like basket tosses where the flyer is completely airborne, they can go up to 15 to 20 feet high.
Okay, that's way high enough to very, very badly injure yourself.
Yes.
I mean, you could die if you came down on your head.
Mm-hmm. There have been deaths with it, too.
Well, and that just goes to show that this is a serious athletic undertaking. And I had an experience with you. You and I actually, we have a history. I used to host a morning show on Crab Radio, 106.1 KRAB, and it was a blast. You were an intern. You participated on the show with us, and you actually taught me more about cheer than I had ever known before. And you have a school, Fire and Ice, in Taft.
Yes.
And you guys actually came and performed a halftime of a BC football game. And I'm cruising around in the golf cart, making sure that things are lined up. And all of a sudden, I hear this, get down and give me some sit-ups. And I'm like, why is that a female? What? Is there a female football? No, it's Heather. It's Heather coaching cheer children. How old are your kids?
I've got ages 5 to 18.
And you felt they weren't giving you 100%.
Absolutely not.
And they were down and doing calisthenics.
Yes.
That
and
is
after they gave me those 50 sit-ups, I think I had them do. I remember you being there.
Yeah.
They had to get up and start throwing those girls in the air. So after being exhausted from doing their conditioning, they still had to get up and deliver the stunts that I asked them to do.
Right, and they did. And then you guys came out and performed at halftime. And look, it's not just because they were little kids, because little kids are adorable. And if you don't think so, you need to find a therapist, okay? But your girls were really talented, spirited. I doubt they were used to performing in that big of a venue, and they just did awesome. we have a cheer team right now, but you are going to be holding tryouts. So how does that work? Does it not carry over? Like if you were a varsity starter last year, how does that work?
No, every year starts over fresh. It doesn't matter if you were on the team prior. You just have to try out just like everybody else as if you were new. And tryouts will run for 3 days. We do evaluations Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. They'll learn a series of moves. They'll learn a dance on a Monday. They'll learn a set of 3 cheer routines on a Tuesday, and then a Wednesday they'll learn a pom routine, which is like a traditional Bakersfield College nice and bouncy routine.
Right.
And then on our 4th day, Thursday, they will go in front of a panel of judges, 3 to 5 at a time, and then they'll be scored.
Okay, but you've been a part of this for a while, right? Like last year, weren't you part of?
Tryouts, yes. Every year I have hosted or been a part of tryouts, either doing the dance routine or being a part of judging, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, all right. And how does that go when you have to tell a girl that she's not going to make the cut? Because we live in a society now where, like, no, there's no losers, right? And everybody's a winner. Like, how do you tell a girl? Like, do you just say, hey, it's do you tell her what she needs to improve on, or do you just say it's not working out?
We kind of just bring them all back in and say, okay, well, this is the team, and sorry for those who didn't make it, but you have a lot of work to do. I know we live in a society where everybody gets a trophy for trying and participating, but to me, that's not how Bakersfield College cheer should be ran. It's dependent upon, if not even just your physical being good at cheer, but your attitude. If you don't have a good attitude to do this, you can't be a part of the team, period. And I can smell it from a mile away.
Well, and it doesn't sound like the stakes are, it sounds like the stakes are really high. You can't afford to let someone on the team because you want them to feel good when the margin for error is so severe. As we said earlier, you're going to be tossing girls 15, 20 feet in the air. And if you let a girl on the team just to make her feel good about herself and she's not cut out for this work, and it is dead serious work,
yeah,
there could be major consequences that no one would
Absolutely.
ever forget or get over. And nobody wants that.
Absolutely.
So when are tryouts going to be?
Tryouts are going to be March 16th through the 19th. So it'll be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday that week from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the dance room in the gymnasium at Bakersfield College.
Well, so you got less than 2 weeks to get ready.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. But cheerleaders are kind of year-round athletes. They're part gymnast. There's a lot going on there. So I'm sure they're already ready to go. And I was in the BC Athletics office yesterday, actually, and I had a young man come in. Is that part of your deal? Do we have? Is that something you would have?
Absolutely, we can absolutely be a co-ed team. I would prefer it, but if we can't get some big, huge,
Why would you prefer it?
It just makes stunting a little bit easier to have kind of just a bigger buffer guy standing there holding the girl up. You can do single basing at that point to where you can have one person basing a single flyer. And if we had a big old group of guys, it makes for some pretty good performances, I think.
And I don't know, like, how hard of a sell is that? I mean, guys, if you're watching the show right now, here's a sport where you will be surrounded by beautiful and talented women. And is there an age cutoff?
No, there's not. I believe
Okay.
there's somebody on the year that I was. We had somebody that was like 27, I believe, that was on our team. You just have to be a full-time student at Bakersfield College.
I was going to ask you that too. So it's not this next Monday. I believe it's the Monday after
Yes.
that. Again, the date is
Monday, March 16th through the 19th.
Monday, March 16th through the 19th. And we're going to post that up on Facebook, Bakersfield College Athletics Facebook, and we'll tweet that out. We're gonna get the word out. You can also stop by the athletics office and get a flyer that has your information on it. I believe they can
Yes.
email you and ask any questions. But what are the criteria? What are the qualifications if you want to be part of the BC cheer team?
You need to bring a transcript with you. It needs to be an unofficial. That's totally fine. But everybody, whether you're a graduating senior or a current full-time Bakersfield College student, has to have a minimum 2.0 GPA.
Ah, okay. Well, and that's important for life too. Now, cheer is not the cheapest thing to be involved in. How important is community support?
A very big, very, very big. We don't have a lot of financial support as far as the school because we are a club and we're not a class. The girls don't get credit for it.
But for a club, I mean, you guys add so much to the environment of a football game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a key part of a football game. We often talk about our football games as being like a comprehensive event, and it's a wonderful showcase. This isn't rah-rah cheer. This is like aggressive dance, dangerous stunts. I mean, you're going to be biting your nails here a couple times. So key part of it. But go on. Sorry, it is a club.
The financial part of it, the girls are completely responsible for their uniforms, and we pick uniforms that it's not just a top and a skirt. It comes with their pom-poms, it's their bows, it's the whole shebang bang, and that runs anywhere from $1,000 to $1,600 per person. and we've got anywhere from 20 to 30 students that come out that will end up making the team, hopefully. So
That's a big
quite
outlay.
A bit. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you guys raise funds?
We send out sponsorship letters. All the girls are responsible, and boys, hopefully, are responsible for going into the community and asking for sponsorships. And if we do get sponsors, if they donate a certain amount of money, we read off their business name in the program at every single football game. But we also have a couple fundraisers that we do, but nothing major. The girls really need to be responsible for their own financial portion of this.
Well, and almost everything you do in today's world involves cost, and people balk at that. But I mean, one thing that strikes me about cheer, I'm 37 now, okay, and I wrestled almost 20 years ago. And if we had an alumni wrestling meet, I would want there to be a cardiologist on hand. Yet, when you guys get together and the alumni shows up, I mean, there's a gamut of ages, and they're all in pretty good shape. You got girls still kicking their legs up. So I guess my point is that while it may be a commitment, you're really getting a lot out of it. It seems like it's like a lifetime of fitness and physical awareness from what I can tell. I mean, there's women there that are, it's not polite to guess women's ages, but let's say north of 40. And they are still cheering and kicking their legs up, right?
Absolutely.
And that is just that's just wild. And what kind of time commitment are we talking about on a day-to-day basis? I'm hoping that we can get the word out to fellas, because I think it would be rad if we had this aggressive, crazy, stunting cheer team.
Absolutely. During the summertime, we're only going to have one practice per week. At the beginning of summer, we're doing a 3-day cheer camp where we're hiring an outside staff to come in. And then during the fall season, football season, of course, we'll do 2 days a week for practice. And when we get into basketball season, back to 1 day a week. So even though practice times, it doesn't seem like a huge commitment, there is more of a commitment as far as not just the physical side. We are not just doing this for performances. These cheerleaders are also out in the community. We're doing community service. They're going to certain events, just putting a pretty face for Bakersfield College.
No, that's true. You were telling me a little bit about that, is that you feel like you're an ambassador for the college when you go places.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's very good. And last night we had the cheer team at the basketball game, and there is a lot of travel involved. How long have you been doing cheer?
I've been cheering now for 16 years and dancing for 22 years.
Okay, are you 22?
No, I'm not.
No, but you're not much older than that.
No.
So this is something you've been doing for a while.
Yes.
What if you're a young woman who has always been curious about doing cheer, but you haven't before? Do you require a lot of experience, or is this something that a newcomer, a neophyte, can come and give a shot?
Anybody new can come and give it a shot. If you have the background, of course, it's going to be a lot easier for you to transition into a college team, because college team is not high school team. It's not an all-star team. It's college. It's a completely different animal than how it was when you were in high school and seeing different cheer teams in that vicinity. If you're a newbie, come on out. Absolutely. Give it a try. But we can see and we can absolutely tell the second you show up who's been in the game and who hasn't been in the game. But that shouldn't stop anybody from coming and giving it a try.
Okay, I kind of see an opportunity here. I'm going to have to talk to Manny, our media specialist at the college, but maybe I will try to go out for the cheer team and just see how it goes. Once again, the dates for tryouts, Heather Foss.
March 16th through the 19th, 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the dance room.
Awesome. Outstanding. And for more information, you can come to the Bakersfield College Athletics office or call 395-4266 and we'll have more information. As we've talked about, the women's basketball team, it continued their playoff run last night in Irvine Valley against, well, I'll tell you the name of the team when we come back. It's the worst doggone nickname I've heard in community college athletics. But coming up next, Gabby Morales and Rosebud Hunt, the rebounding machine, when the Renegade Report returns.